money, make money, then you take money, take money, take money.
What up though with the mashup? What's up?
Oh, I got something for you.
Yeah, what you got?
I can't even do this. I wanted so badly to troll you because the Cowboys are playing today. But I can't even root for Tom Brady and the Bucks.
Yeah. It's a win-win for me. You know, Tom Brady's dreamy. So if anybody can do it, he can.
Yeah. I was like, let me see who they playing so I can give me a little snap filter and come in the house rooting for the other team. But
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Bucks.
Don't jinx it. As long as I haven't been paying attention, the Cowboys been doing excellent. So the less I know, the better.
Absolutely. So what's up, babe? It's been a long time since we streamed together.
You know, whole bunch of everything. We out here trying to make it do what it do. You know, this bear market got its claws in everybody, so we just trying to stay alive, man. Staying alive.
Yeah, I did a stream last night, and that's basically what I was saying. Like, the reason why I haven't been streaming is because I've been busy, like holidays, right? But I almost felt like I have a responsibility to stream. You know, like we onboarded a lot of people before a penny too. We tried, but we had a lot more exposure and, you know, going on tour or whatever. I feel like I helped onboard a lot of people up to 50 cents. And now we've been watching the market, and this kind of feels like prime buying. This kind of feels like before big payday again, where we had all that, you know, excitement, like, hey, family, I think this is the time you need to get in. I kind of personally have that feeling.
Yeah.
You know, and so that makes me want to get back to
streaming. It's hard because it's hard because, like you said, there's so many people that, you know, you're excited in the euphoria of the price going up, and you know everybody's excited. So you're trying to, like you said, we were trying to get people in under a penny. So it's like this. I've been telling you, like it's happening. You know, so yeah, there is kind of a responsibility to feel like, okay, I got you guys into this, and you know, for a long time, you know, it does get quiet when you don't feel, you know, comfortable telling somebody to come in while the price is just dropping. But, you know, now does feel like the time to where, okay, I think the storm is over, or at least clearing up a little bit. So yeah, now is the time to where people are scared of crypto. I was telling a lot of people, you know, you want to buy crypto when nobody wants to touch it, you know. So I think we've kind of gone through that. We're getting to that point to where crypto is kind of a bad word. So now's the time to start, you know, getting your feet in the game if you're not there already.
Yeah, I see you got a little screen share down here. Ooh,
a little something. Yeah, ain't it though? Yeah, this you know, more shouts out to the more heads out there. I wish I can get this thing full screen, man, so we can see what's really going on. But I just really want to pay attention to the, oh my gosh. Yeah, that stinks. But really, this $2 mark, I think that's the next I think we found a floor. I think the floor was around this 50 cent. Let's just throw the whole chart away. Let's just get rid of all that.
Let's why don't we look at some HEX first?
You know, it's not much to say about more, so let's just wrap it up. But I do think it has found a floor at around 50 cents, or you know, between 50 and 40 cents. So yeah, now I think more is looking to go try to find the ceiling. And I think it is a little different than HEX and the rest of the market because it is a brand new token, so it's kind of on its own cycle. So yeah, I'm you know, stack your more up. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah. So what about HEX?
Yeah, that HEX though, you know, HEX, you know, I wrote a song about it, like the head go. That what was it called? Where I said HEX just hit 3 cents. That geez, I can't remember. Go to my Telegram and check it out and see if you can find the song I'm talking about. But it was basically talking about how HEX had hit 3 cents. It was back you know, a while back, and then it dipped below, you know, the 2 cent mark for the first time. And you know, in the song I talk about, you know, I'm back on it again, you know, here you go again, because like you said, this feels just like that right before DeFi summer. And you can see here where this is the long-term bottom HEX right before it broke past this, and these numbers are weird, but this is right before the 2 cent and then the blast off. So yeah, we're coming back to that long-term floor, and it might not be the bottom. We've touched it, but I got a saying that when it pokes through, that it might come on through. So There might be another line, another leg down maybe for Hex, but not far. It's not long to go. I think it'll be somewhere around, back around the 2 cent mark, or maybe even 1.8, 1.7. So we're close if we're not there already. Again, we could just keep blasting off, and I wouldn't hate it. I don't think a lot of people would, but and this is a weekly chart. It's kind of hard to see what's actually going on. But we can see this long-term resistance. It kind of touched, or it hasn't actually already touched completely. But if we move it up, it's poked through. So really close to the floor. And it's, similar to Bitcoin. You want me to bring up Bitcoin?
Sure.
Yeah. Bitcoin, I don't think has touched the floor yet. All these charts are so marked up. But yeah, these are kind of my two possibilities. The green is the, likely possibility. And if it gets really bullish, we could come up to, 35 to 40,000. But I think 25,000 to 27,000 is the upside. But I don't think we touched the floor yet. This is the down resistance. This is the major floor from back when it hit that COVID bottom down here. So it still hasn't come back to retest that yet, down around 12,000. So I think that's still got to happen eventually. I think it got all the way up until July for that to happen. And even lower than that, this could be below that is 9,500 or 7,000. And that's when it touches this downtrend. It's touched once. And usually price touches, 2 or 3 times before it decides to change direction. So these two are still in the game. I'm not flipping FOMO pants yet. But if we do break out and maybe get into this green circle or retest this black line here at 27, then that could be a confirmation, a break and then a retest of this 27,000.
Yeah.
Who knows? Just drawing my art, acting smart.
So I don't know. I was just wanting to catch up a little bit since the last time, we streamed. It's been a minute. I know we did Hex birthday here in San Diego. All our Hex buddies came and hung out with us.
Yes.
Did the yacht party, the nightclub. I even did like a little crypto and cocktails event on a rooftop hotel out here in San Diego. Great time just hanging out with the Hexicans. What was the highlight for you?
Just seeing everybody. Everybody's always excited to get together again. It was a legitimate reason, not for a conference or chilling. Just the Hex birthday. We did the last Hex birthday pretty huge. So to follow it up with that event, what you did with your birthday, and the whole event. I think the club event that we did, that really kind of made me feel like a mini crypto celebrity. How we kind of just had the whole club shut down. But yeah, you did your thing with that one.
Yeah, it was a good time. I'm looking forward to the next one though. Like, I think this could possibly be KSB, our biggest event to date. I mean, we've definitely had some really big workshops with big numbers that turned out, but I would love to see, 100, 125 people on that cruise boat. I think that if we have that many people in Hex gear, in post-chain gear, all over that boat, I mean, we're going to make some noise. People are going to ask questions. They're going to want to know, what's going on with these guys.
I mean, outside of, we literally make noise. Like when the Hex people get together, that we're around. We had that Hard Rock. They kind of felt like we were owning the place. People were asking questions like, who are you guys? And that's what's infectious about it. It's such a mixture of different kind of people. You're like, what is this Hex about? I'm interested, so. Yeah, I think we're gonna turn that boat up, man. Especially if we can get, like you said, over 100 people, a 5-day onboard event.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little screen share just in case the people don't know what it is we're talking about, because I did just kind of jump into that. Hex Cruise 2023. We're going to the Bahamas in April. I don't know if Maddie is still planning on doing something in March. But we wanted to make sure that we had some type of meetup plan for 2023, like well in advance. We've been planning this and getting people on since I think we started like May of last year. Might have had a little something to do with all the
expectations.
all the post chain announcements, and we were like, okay, so like if we get post chain in May, then a year later, you know, we really gonna want to celebrate. Looks like he meant May of 2024,
Possibly.
but yeah, we still gonna have a good time, no matter what. Um, so yeah, if you're interested in coming on this cruise with us, just go on over to hexcruise.com. Love that domain. It's so easy. Oh, this is another little thing, a little caveat. If you, even if you're not going on the cruise, like let's say that you just travel from time to time, like, you know, you stay at different hotels. I'm just starting to use iGo. I used to use this other thing called Experiences by Well. And the reason why I had access to it was through a timeshare, right? So this is a membership site that you can only get access through by paying like member fees essentially. And now we have access to iGo, which literally is the exact same site and legit has crazy discounts. I've stayed at the same Marriotts that I would have stayed in for a third of the price. Like you'll go on the Marriott app and see the price, and then you'll go on the iGo website and the price is like way cheaper. So KSB has sponsored this membership of like 50 free accounts. So it's kind of like a first come, first serve thing. Just go to our website, sign up for your iGo account. It gives you lifetime access to this membership account where you can get all these travel discounts. I love it. I use it all the time. It is like booking through like an Expedia or a third party, but I feel like it's worth it for the amount of savings, especially if you're doing something, you know, like traveling to a major city like New York and stuff where the hotels are really expensive. You can find all the best hotels, Hiltons and stuff for serious discount. So I just want to explain that real quick and get that out.
Giving out the plug. Hold up, man. That's the plug. Hold up, man. But yeah, that's
I got mine. So once they run out, they run out. But you know, while we have the ones that we sponsored still active, I would strongly suggest you go and get you one of those.
Now, you know, people who ask me about the cruise, they always have the question about, you know, vaccines or the shot, the jab. Yes. Like, is that a positive or what is that?
It is not a thing anymore. I think enough people, and I don't, you know, want to talk too much about my opinions, but I think enough criticism has came down on the vaccinations to where pretty much all cruise lines have eliminated the policy. There are a couple of specific cruises that you can go on where they still require like testing or vax, but it's mainly like if you're traveling to Australia or some of the areas that have like really high COVID numbers. But no US, Bahamas, Mexico travel. Do you need to be vaccinated or do testing? So
and missing out on all that money. They're not about it.
Missing out. I know that they're losing a ton of money because I mean you could test positive, you know, like anytime, and then you got to do it right before your cruise, and then I'm sure people are like angry and irritated and calling all the time. So they just knocked that bad boy off.
Yeah. So just for the people who don't know, what cities are we on that cruise? I'm just anyone curious.
It's Bahamas. So we have two ports that it goes to. One is called A Perfect Day at Coco Cay. It's like a private island owned by the cruise lines. Beautiful island. The water is like water.
Water. It's wet.
It's all clear and pretty and all that. And then the second day we go to Nassau, and that's where like the big Atlantis resort is, where tons of more beautiful beaches. That's the day where you can do like excursions with content creators. Like Hex Lion, he's going to be swimming with pigs. So if you want to go swim with pigs, you can go and hang out and do that with him. There's jet skis, there's ATVs. There's on the website, you go to the excursions tab and you can see like a ton of different options of what you can do, you know, when you get off the boat if you choose to, or you can just, you know, play it by ear. Just get off the boat and go explore. You know, provide some options for the people.
Right. And you know, and just so the people don't get confused, it's called the Hex Cruise, but it's literally not like a convention. It's like we're literally just Hex people going on a cruise. People interested in Hex going on a cruise.
I almost wish that I had called it like a crypto cruise or something, because you know, our basis is in Hex, right? Like that was the first crypto community that I found. But like I'm I'm not one of the Hexicans that don't feel like it's necessary for us to work with other crypto communities, right? If we want post-chain to be as successful as we do, then we need to embrace all different areas of cryptocurrency, whether or not they buy into Hex, you know, or not. Like, yes, I love Hex. I think that it's what's going to create generational wealth for my family, but that doesn't mean that I don't want to support NFT projects or something like More Token or Texan Token. I love, you know, what Crypto Heartbeat and Rags are doing with onboarding membership bases, right, through a nonprofit into crypto, right, where they probably would not have had any interest in going into crypto, but have a significant stance or belief in supporting that project, that nonprofit, that Texas exit movement, right? And so because of that passion, now they're like, okay, let me see what this crypto space is about. So I think that we have to support anybody that is building in the space.
She's turning into Issa Rae. I'm rooting for everybody crypto.
For real. Like, as long as you're not a scammer or like there's no legitimate reason. I think that sometimes coins just come out because they have like a little bit of a following, right? A person has like
money grab
watching me, and it really becomes a money grab. But a coin that has some utility, that has a narrative that gets outside of our little bubble, like, you know, I like that.
And you know, and to be fair, you know, you still have to realize that this is still an experiment. Like, you know, a lot of this technology is, you know, it's breakthrough. We're testing it literally on test nets. So there are projects that have good intentions that just don't work, you know, flawed design. And I don't want to name drop, but there are tokens, like you said, that you get excited about the thought and the concept that just don't work out. Doesn't mean they're a scam, but I think that's where the, you know, Hex has shined, to where it was built to protect people from those kind of things. So, like you said, Hex users are unaffected, and so you really got to be diligent in vetting these. Like you said, it makes sure it's not a money grab. You know, has this person been in this project? Have they been building in crypto? Have they built anything else? And so, yeah, just, you know, be in the space. You got to be in the game, like really, not just here to take the chips and run, you know.
Yeah. And that's something we were talking about earlier, about just like being in crypto and the exposure that you get to other information, to other coins. Like, yeah, when I got into crypto, and it was funny because you had, when you first introduced me into crypto, you had like, I don't know, like 30 to 50 different coins, right? Like you had the whole gamut. And so that was kind of intimidating for me, where I was like, this is too much like the stock market. I gotta, like, you know, catch them all. I gotta see which one is, you know, hot and ride these waves and all this kind of stuff. And then that day you came and you were like, hey, I think I'm gonna give Richard Hart all my ETH. And I'm like,
don't say that, man. We not them securities, man. You ain't giving nobody nothing.
It's Richard Hart. And you're like, that part's not important yet. Just come and look at this token. And so you showed me the token. The first thing you did was show me the logo. And that was like, ooh, ooh, look at that. Look at that gradient. Like, that got me a little bit. But then you showed me, you know, and at that point, I didn't really understand what a T-share was, but I understood that you could put a coin somewhere, lock it up, essentially, basically remove access from yourself, right? And then when you got those tokens back, you would have more than what you started with.
More than what you started with. You print
money.
More than what
you started with, regardless, right? Like how much you stayed, like how big your bag, how small your bag. If you locked it, you're going to have more than what you started with, as long as you were truthful to the trust engine and you didn't, you know, in stake early, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, haven't heard that before. You know, I've heard of yield farming and all these big terms that I just never could understand. And
I
it
was
just
doing all that.
seemed, like mining equipment. It always seemed like so much work. But this was just a little easy website with like, oh, put your date, put your amount. This is it. And so I was like, okay, this is a game changer for me. I can do this,
And it was brilliant. I'm sorry, just to, with that, anyone who got in on big payday and just kind of wanted to fill it out, like if you just did a year stake, and did the experiment, you saw the product work and you saw it function. So in that aspect, like you said, it shows you a difference. Like it's different from the stock market to where I'm just hoping and praying on somebody else's decision,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, that was like my intro into crypto. I don't have any other crypto bags, any other coins that I'm dealing with, working with, anything, right? But just from being in the HEX, I'm in HEX, and I think the very first one was Post-Doge, right? Post-Doge announces that, hey, if you have HEX, you're a staker, whatever, based on your bag, we're going to give you free airdrop. So I'm like, cool, went, claim that for the kids, for, the wallets we had, whatever. Didn't think about it, set on it. Now the price starts moving a little bit and it's more interesting. We're like, hey, this, even though the price of HEX is kind of going down, I'm getting free coins other places. So then we end up, with Hedron, and you stake Hedron and you get Icosa. And then, the only reason why we have Staker app is because we're watching our HEX bags on Staker app. And then you realize that they have a wallet. So then you're like, oh, let me test that out. So you test that out. And now you get safe token.
Free money. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like all this free money just coming from all these different places. Like the newest one, communist, I think you said. But it's such a weird
communist.
But you have all this like free money coming at you from all these different places, just for essentially paying attention to the community, right? Because you can miss it. And I've had family members that miss some of their airdrops just because, there's like a claims process.
And it's kind of like even weight token. But it's like proof of participation. If you're in the game and you're one, like you said, the holders, the one who's going to be here in this space, the people that are here in the bear markets, the people that are paying attention, that's who get the rewards. So even with the I was going to say MetaMask airdrop, when MetaMask airdrop, when
sir.
With the Uniswap airdrop, anyone who participated and actually used the DEX, got the reward. So the people who are in the space are getting the free money. It exists. And not to, people have a lot of hate and ill will towards Zen, but I think that's another kind of format of proof of participation. If you're in the, utilizing the protocol, you get a reward. Now, how valuable is that reward? The longer you hold on to it, it's questionable, but there is kind of a, seeing projects work and be used is kind of a vetting process, in itself, so. Yeah, man, get in on this crypto. It's too valuable to turn away and not look and pay attention, at least. Yeah,
because all of them, at some point somebody was like, "Oh, I don't care about that Hedron. The price is too low," and then a billion Hedron ended up being a few $1,000s. You're like, "Ooh, I should have held on to that Hedron." It's the same thing going on with communists right now, and that market is huge. Like you get trillions and trillions, right? But it still has a value. And I just saw somebody turn, I want to say it was like maybe 7 trillion communists into about $1,000 USDC or something like that. Like that's $1,000 that you didn't have yesterday and did no work to get. So just like you said, just participating,
that brings up another good point that I'm glad you brought up. The only negative externality is the gas that you have to pay to claim.
Yes, that is true.
And now that crypto is starting to pump again, people have forgotten of how good it was to have these low gas prices. But the more expensive ETH is, the more expensive your Gwei. 16 Gwei ain't the same 16 Gwei from yesterday. And so I think that will have something to do with, as crypto starts to spike up again, we're probably going to have another kind of maybe mini crash, but as people see, okay, I want to get in on this, but it's starting to cost me more than it's worth, so we see that escalating. And why post chain is so valuable, like I was trying to do some stuff, and yeah, it was a hurdle. It was, for the first time, it was starting to become a inconvenience again. So yeah. Be mindful of that gas, people.
So what do you think about that? And I wanted to bring up a little screen share, but I didn't pull it up yet, and it'll take forever to load. So Matty All In, MATI All In, go by his channel and check out the HEX conference if you missed that. I had the pleasure of speaking on day one. Just a couple minutes, little spill, nothing you guys haven't heard before. Nothing you haven't heard before, same stuff I talk about over here. But on day 4, Richard Hart made his appearance. A sighting from him is rare these days, so you have to really pay attention when he does come around. But he didn't give us, he won't anymore. I think we hurt him too bad the when he announced the date before, and then everybody just came down on him hard when it didn't come to fruition. So
we need to bring up the Tyrese meme. What more do you want from me?
Right. I don't think that we're going to be getting any more dates. But he did say soon, right? He said, and that was kind of his reference to V3. Soon. What do you take from that? What do you?
Yeah, he gave us the little teaser. I think there's been a V3 running for a long time now already, privately. As they, anytime you do things on a public GitLab.
No. You're frozen. I bet you're still just talking. You're gonna have to run it back. You're so frozen.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was talking too fast. I'm frozen. Yeah, I think anytime they update the public GitLab, people get so excited on every little move. They update the balances, and it's a wave, like it's coming. So I think they're doing a lot on the testnet, the private testnet. Testnet. I don't know that we're going to get a warning before we go live. Like, I think it's going to be a situation where it's just, why launch a V3 when we've been running V3 for 3 months? So I think that's a possibility. I think that little caveat that him releasing that teaser, I think that was the announcement of V3. So yeah, I hate to be this. I think sooner than later, though, that'll be the, my feelings towards it. I always kind of thought end of quarter one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me this: HEX Cruise, April 24th, right? Post chain launch before or after?
March 6th.
Okay. Oh, that's soon.
Yeah. That 369 kind of thing,
Yeah, that's before. You can see him with something special like that. Okay.
Yeah, that's just like wishful thinking. My birthday is March 12th. My last March 12th was a really ugly day in crypto. If you remember the COVID crash. So I think it could be something significant to where maybe Bitcoin does something. Right, but it's the same. It was right before the next, right after that, 2012 was the halvening. So after this, so I could see a situation to where we have a nice crash and then an announcement.
Okay.
Got a bad luck birthday.
Is that why you're trying to celebrate it for a fortnight?
Oh yeah, you got to. Soon as your moon come up, you got to start celebrating the thing, man. You only get one of these a year.
Y'all help me here. Let me know that a birthday is a day. That's it. Just one day.
Yeah. You gotta announce it though. Hear ye.
So do you want to talk about what else we've been working on? I don't even think we've mentioned it.
Yeah, Pen Game strong, no music, but we've been working on some other literature. We come on here trying to spit some games, so we kind of put it in book format.
Yeah.
People out.
Yeah, so I kind of told my little story, and I mean, of course, your perception is going to be different, than mine, but I was telling on stream last night that you had been working on for a while the story, right? And I kind of announced the name, so I guess I'll announce it again, the Kid Crypto story, right? And how as that was coming together, you had emailed me some lines from the story for me to go over with Chrissy. So, we're going through it and whatnot. And as I'm going through the story with her, I'm using words that I use all the time, like within the community, but don't realize how foreign these words are to her. Right. So I'm like, yeah, you just hodl it and, or like, oh, that's just fun. And I'm just like using all these, FOMO, like just weird random terms. And every time I use one, she kind of gives me the look like,
what are you talking about?
a boomer word or is that a crypto word, right? It's either an old people word or a crypto word in my kids' opinions. And so, I came back to you and I'm like, hey, I think it would be cool if we just, made like a terms and definitions book that just like put it out there, what all these different phrases, just put it in one source, but still targeted, the younger demographics, made it visually pleasing to where kids are like, oh, what's this? But it's really more like curriculum. It's more like a resource book. And then when I came to you and brought that idea to you, I mean, you must have started kicking out those definitions like nothing. That was just like your wheelhouse. Your brain was just like, yes, 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 yes.
Homework, yay. Nerd.
And before I knew it, we had a finished product. We had our first published work on Amazon, ABCrypto. By the family. My daughter is listed as the illustrator. This is definitely a lot of collaboration between me and her. I've been everything that we homeschool our kids. So everything that I do, everything he do, at some point we teach our kids how to do it as well. So I use Canva for a lot of different projects for both video work.
Don't freeze on me now.
Video work, like photoshopping, marketing materials and stuff like that. So at first it started with us just, trying it out. But as she got into it, then it became like a project that we could really complete together. So I'm really proud of my little girl and the work that she put in to get this done, and my husband as well. So
yeah, you guys have seen Crypto Mini around. She's in the game. And this, when we talked about doing this book, you're the one kind of, and thank you for God for blessing me with a wonderful wife and family, to take it to, like you said, a kid's book. But, how I look at it is I was just looking to make a crypto book. I just feel like everybody is a noob at this point, from 7 to 77, everybody kind of needs the same introduction, in the crypto, especially when you talk about these, the older generation, how they're already kind of computer illiterate. So it's kind of introducing them into these terms and stuff too, as well. So, definitely good to have someone so young who kind of already knows about crypto. If it's over her head, then yeah, we need to go back to the drawing board, right? Because she's been in this for, going on 2 years now, and she gets excited about, just knowing what's going on, to hear the conversations, and being able to talk with the adults, So, yeah, this book I think is just good for, you get a kid likes the pictures, and then the parent has to learn with the kid. So I think it's a beautiful, meshing of both. And our next work is a kind of a fictional story, kind of putting the nuance of crypto and what it is into a kind of a characterized story of what's actually going on. So kind of helping kids understand what's going on and be able to see it and paint it, make kind of a, what's the word? I don't want to say allegory, but analogy for what crypto is and how it works, so a new passion growing that I'm really excited about.
If y'all want to support us, you can just go over to Amazon and type in ABCrypto. The more searches we get, the better we're getting rated. The first like 3-4 days, you could type in ABCrypto. It would default to this AB space crypto, and then it wouldn't even show up on the search. Now, a few more days in, I think we got a couple more ratings. Now we're starting to show up more. So even if we would love your support to buy the book, but even if you don't buy the book, if you could just go and search it or give it some stars, just to help the algorithm, to help it get placed better when people do search, or when people are looking for children's book, children's curriculum, educational finance books, or anything like that. So we appreciate your support just by searching and starring.
Yeah, hopefully we get a lot more in the library and inventory to where it comes a lot easier to find our materials. Aside from just crypto, I mean, we've been working on building our own kids curriculum that we use ourselves because they are on their own course. It's kind of hard to keep up, especially with COVID and everyone kind of taking a break in school and having to figure it out on your own. Doing so much to make your own path. We do have a plan that we follow. So hopefully to make that available to people to fast track their kids if that's the goal, or if you want to try to catch up to anything you may have missed along the way. Materials to help that happen.
Yeah. What you got down here at the bottom? You want me to share the screen or something?
It's just evidence that, if y'all want to go help your kids out and see where we at. But like I said, the curriculum online that I use on this is actually kevinconwayjr.wixsite.com. It was the Black Ink website. We got to get that back up and running. But like I said, we're so busy. Hopefully things will calm down once we get some clarity. But that was just, showing how we're just knee deep in this curriculum and book game. We trying to get it done. And I had another one though. I guess we off of the books. Let's get into the kitchen. I was gonna laugh about so you got me feeling like I'm this dude. I don't know if you've seen his TikToks. Where he's always like she is sitting on the couch chilling like let me see. Let's watch one of these. Yeah. Cook that. And he started getting there chefing up. And then he do all these measurements, and then she come in there like, tastes good. Then the next day, babe, what's up? Cook that shit. She chilling with the Frenchies. So yeah, we're I don't know if you talked about, you being on this new health trend this year, trying to start off and doing better as far as food choices. So eating at home, I think that's like the biggest thing, not looking to go out, look for someone else to make your food, figuring it out on your own. It's kind of the easiest way, what's going in the food, in the pot, and what's going in your stomach. So kind of make a habit of talking about where we're going in the kitchen. Today I got a special treat. I was looking at something that I want to I'll give you you can't see it, 3 guesses on what I'm thinking about making for you tonight that kind of goes with your diet, but something you really love.
Something I love, so it's got to be in the seafood family. Because team seafood over here.
Okay.
It could be in the shrimp direction or in the salmon direction, or possibly crab. I really don't know. I think my best guess is just gonna be seafood.
I was like, I'm always wrong because it ain't no seafood. And maybe I should have done the seafood because you're trying to get away from the red meat. Huh?
Is it a filet mignon then?
Not exactly, but you're on the right track. So say if it was something to do with filet mignon, but not filet mignon. One more guess.
Gosh, that makes no sense to me. I have no idea.
Chimichurri.
Oh, well, I mean, like skirt steak with chimichurri.
Right, something, but I just know you love chimichurri, so I was trying to look online how to, how to make it, and maybe make something to put it with, but it always just makes everything better. Just you looking for something else to put the sauce on, but a nice lean steak with some chimichurri.
Nice, sounds good to me.
Me likey.
Yes, anytime you're cooking, I'm eating. That's for sure. I see DJ Pollywood in the chat. Hey, DJ, what's going on?
What up?
Yes, win more KC charts. Look, man, you late to the party because he tried to start us off with more KC charts, and I was trying to get to the hex, so I hurried him up. But
it's $44, more to 44. Get in there while it's getting as good.
Definitely back there. It's definitely back there. I'm gonna remove this screen share to see if maybe that helps your signal a little bit.
I see. Let me close this too.
Oh yeah, there you go. You got it. So, oh no, I lost him completely. Guys, I'm such a pleb. I thought that I was just taking his screen share off, and I took him completely off. Hopefully he'll come back. But if not, I'll probably just wrap up the stream pretty soon here. I know we got a busy day. But check it out, guys. We are definitely trying to be more consistent. We're going to try and stream, if not daily, a few times a week, just to give you our insight as far as where we are in the market. Not financial advice, not telling you what you should be doing, but at least sharing with you, what we've been doing. I have been DCAing this entire way down with Hex. I definitely got some at 3 cents, got some at 2.5 cents, and then got lucky and on a limit order that Phil got a little bit at one. I think it was 1.8. Maybe the next stream we can kind of show you how to set a limit order if that's something that you're not familiar with. Yes, and just really to let you guys know that we are here if you want to do some one-on-ones, if you want to learn deeper as far, or if you're just like really, really new and you don't know what those first steps are as far as getting a hardware wallet, providing your KYC to the centralized exchange so that you can unwrap some fiat into the system, what coins you should have. I know he kind of mentioned that the price of Ethereum, it's in these same cycles, right? Where it goes down and then it reaches some kind of bottom and then it goes up. And Ethereum is one of those coins that you're always, if you're in Hex, if you're, buying different ERC20s, you're always going to need to hold some Ethereum, whether it's to buy it right then just to do the transaction, or to accumulate it at the low to hold it so that your transaction fees are actually a little cheaper, down the line when the price of Ethereum goes up because you've been holding it so long. Because it's not the dollar value that changes. I mean, it's not the Ethereum amount that changes. It's the dollar value based on the price of Ethereum, if that makes sense at all. So I think that I lost him for good. Sorry about that. I hate that I just kicked him from the studio and that he's not able. Please show me a picture of ABCrypto. Is it a blue book? Yes, it is a blue book, Susie, and it has a little spaceman on the front. And it also says his name. There you go, on there. So you'll see it on Amazon where it will say writer Kevin Conway, illustrator Chrissy Conway, just to make sure that you are getting the right one. We really appreciate you, Susie. You're always super supportive to us and what we're doing. And I hope to see you sometime soon at one of our next meetups. Visit us at ksb.tv. I could have swore I had a banner somewhere. Oh yeah, there we go. ksb.tv for all the latest updates as far as what the team has going on, the meetups we have planned, events we have planned, and all that other grand stuff. Until next time, I thank you guys for being here with us, and that's all I got.